Work session for the Council of the City of Norfolk will now commence. Mr. Roberts, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the City Council. I'll provide a brief overview of the agenda for your work session meeting this afternoon. First up, we have a brief presentation by Mr. Charles Johnson, Vice Chair of the Norfolk Library Board, who will provide just a brief overview of their activities of the Norfolk Library Board for the past year or so. As part of a larger effort to bring representatives of boards and commissions into council so that you can hear from them periodically about their activities. That will be followed by a presentation by Nathan Sims, Executive Director of the Norfolk Redevelopment Housing Authority, pertaining to a pending revenue bond issuance that they'll have before City Council at one of your upcoming meetings. That presentation will be followed by a similar item that's pending your review and action on an upcoming council meeting dealing with the Economic Development Authority revenue bond issuance. Sean Washington, Director of Economic Development, will be providing a presentation. Lastly, that will be followed by the city planning update by Director Bobby Tahan. Again, some items pending consideration of upcoming council meetings. We do have one item for discussion for consideration of a closed session motion, and that's all we have, sir.
Thank you.
Without objection or amendment, I'll call up Mr. Charles Johnson, Vice Chair of the Norfolk Library Board, to provide some remarks.
Without objection, Mr. Johnson, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. Okay, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, city attorney, city manager, and department heads and guests. On behalf of the Norfolk Public Library Board of Trustees, I'm here to just give you a preview of what has happened over the past year. In doing so, I'd like to note to you, first of all, what is the Norfolk Public Library Board of Trustees' purpose? We are advisors. That's what we were appointed to. And as advisors, we are here to serve our constituents, our patrons, the residents of the city. And in doing so, we want to make sure that they are aware of the programs, the policies, the activities that are available to them as citizens, as residents, as taxpayers. And in doing so, this past year, we've attempted to cover several areas, and I just want to touch on them. There's a report that we have out for you, but I'm just going to summarize basically in that report. Number one, there have been a number of accomplishments in the opinion of the Board of Trustees this year. Number one, we have enhanced a number of our facilities. As an example, Blyden, Lafayette. We've had some major improvements on those two facilities this year. Larchmont is presently in the stage of having some infrastructure done, and hopefully will be completed by the end of the year. Richard A. Tucker, with CIP funding, has definitely had some enhancements that will take it into the 21st century more than what it is today. In that time, we've developed some spaces that we consider to be innovative. Example, Richard A. Tucker, the Explorium, which was developed over 2 years ago, but now we are revamping it to make it more STEAM-friendly for our residents, for our patrons to use. We've expanded access to the libraries, the branches, the anchors, the time that you can be there. And that's better for the people who are using the facilities. That's better for the city of Norfolk. We have a new library that is in the plans, and I'm sure that you are familiar with that. We know that the plans, the design is there, and we hopefully, in the next year or so, we'll have the 13th location. Now, some people may say 13 is not a good number. We see it as a good number because it's moving forward, and then we'll go into 14, 15, or whatever that we may have a need for. We have a new initiative in the city, what we call the Believe in Learning in the city of Norfolk. That initiative is working. It is working because it's bringing in new programs. It's bringing us into outreach to our citizens, and it will make us a better library system. Our summer reading program has done much better than it's done in the past because we are now providing more meals with the help of the Norfolk Public School System, with our friends at the library. We're providing books, so people will be able to have them at home if they can't come to the library when they come to get the food. Now, can you measure this growth? Yes. With the Board of Trustees, we think we can. And how do we do that? We look at the numbers. The numbers show that visitation in the Norfolk Public Library system is over 500,000 in this past year. The number of programs that have increased, over 200, that will help the residents, the patrons, and visitors to our libraries. We are now moving into the digital system. Our digital reach is beyond what it was in the past. We have an email newsletter. We're using, of course, Facebook. We have Instagram. And maybe in the future we'll have some of those other social media products, if they're available to us, that we can use for our residents, for our patrons in this city. Now, as the vice chair of the board, I represent a group of people that I see as visionaries. Why visionaries? Because they see beyond what they were appointed for. We know we're here to see what's going on in our libraries and get that information back to the administration of NPL, but we also are here because we are part of that. We use the libraries. Our families use the libraries. So we know what we're looking for. So being an advisor, we can definitely step up. And sometimes we call ourselves the ambassadors to the Norfolk Public Library system. And that way we can go back and forth and communicate with you, the leaders of the city, be it the elected, appointed, staff, and so forth, to give us a much better library. So in short, I would say looking ahead, we can say this about the Norfolk Public Library Board of Trustees. We are dedicated as volunteers in our advisory role to make sure that Norfolk Public Library evolves, expands, and enrich the lives of the residents of this city. We deeply appreciate your line of communication with us. We look forward to more collaboration with you and the different departments as we move forward. And I would say if you have additional questions that you would like to direct to the board, we are available. And if we're not available, we have administration, like Mr. Stogie, who is here. We have staff members who will get the information to you. We have partners, like the Friends of the Library and the Foundation. We have resources that you can reach out to see what we are doing, and we will do the best that we can. So I can say to you, together, we can have the library that will lead us into being a city of learners. On behalf of the chair, Vicki Rogers, and my team that I see as not just volunteers in a room to have a meeting, but friends, we are moving forward, and we move forward with your support. We thank you for supporting us this past year, and we look forward to the year before. Thank you.
Before you leave the podium, Ms. Johnson, go right on.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
I've known you as a civically leader, community leader, and you love your city.
Yes, I do.
You are a boots on the ground type of person.
Mhm.
You really love the library, so thank you for your leadership as vice chairman. And to say to Chairwoman Mrs. Vicki Rogers, thank her for her leadership,
Okay.
as well as Mr. Stogie's leadership as director of the libraries. We're doing more in the city of Norfolk than we've ever done before. Libraries are no longer just a place where you check out books. It is what used to be, to me, a home away from home,
Yes.
where you can receive all kinds of knowledge. You can find anything in our library. And so when you talk about the digital aspect of it, now that we start off with one Anchor Branch library, now we have two, and I'm very excited for that 13th library to get on board, so that our families, our scholars, and the world will know what the city of Norfolk has to offer as far as our library. So, Mr. Mayor, thank you so very much, and Believe in Learning has gone beyond our expectation, but it took a lot of us. And it took this city council to believe that we really could do it, and the world knows about Norfolk Public Library. So thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you.
Mr. Page.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Mr. Johnson?
I'm doing well, sir.
All right, good to see you today. One of the things I just wanted to bring up, you guys do have so many excellent programs going on. But what can we do to help get the word out? I still show up over to the Richard Tucker Library on the regular for all of the events that they have. But it seems as if we're not reaching the populations that we serve. Is there anything that we could do as a council to help in getting the word out about the events that are going on at the library so we could do better with having those events supported from the communities that they're in?
Well, as they say, reading is good. If you would stop by your nearest, your closest branch or anchor and pick up several copies of these and circulate them in your community, and then get other people, civic groups, religious groups, and so forth, to pick up copies. We have thousands of them, and spread them around. That's the physical way of doing it. You can always go online to the Norfolk Public Library website and tell them, hey, we know you don't want to pick up that physical copy, but you want to hear it in your, ear or something like that. You can go to the site and get that information. And if not, I can always say, the members of the board, as ambassadors, we would be glad to come over to your community, your church, your professional institution, and talk to the people and spread the idea of what the library is there for them. So you can do a lot, we can do a lot, physically in print, online, but we can do it.
And last statement, slash question, but question not for you, even though I'm looking at you. Any word throughout the library, hearing anything about the Horace Downing Library opening back up over in Berkeley that was closed down temporarily?
I'm advisory, and I'll pass it over to.
You just wanted, or any word why we bring that up about the more space that we need at the Richard Tucker Library for the events that we have, because that room only holds 50 people. The room is overcrowded at almost every event that we have there.
Councilman Page, my understanding is that that's been repurposed to a senior center. But we can certainly look into the feasibility study if that's something to grow the meeting room or something like that.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Johnson and Sonia, before you leave, let me just say on behalf of the council and the entire city, how dedicated and committed you are as ambassadors, as trustees, as advisors, or whatever title you want to hold. We're very grateful and very thankful for your advocacy and the way that you promote our library system here in the city of Norfolk, but more importantly, how you support Sona and her staff. I think we're unique. We're one of the oldest systems in Virginia, and one of the oldest in America. So our system goes back a very long way. Also, to all of the trustees and volunteers and friends, we're very grateful. More importantly, we're very thankful for what you do for researchers and learners and those who are creators and innovators who come to the library for many reasons. It's a multifaceted enterprise, and we're so happy to have you. So thank you, Mr. Johnson. Be sure to tell Vicki get well soon.
I will.
Yeah, can I just, if I may, I just want to point out, I know Ms. Johnson and yourself has put in a lot of efforts in the council with Believe in Learning. And I just want to point out a data that absolutely was flabbergasting to me when I saw that. 266% increase in lifelong learning programs in this past 2 years since we opened it.
Again, thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Roberts.
Thank you. Mr. Sims with the Norfolk Redevelopment Housing Authority has the next presentation.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Vice Mayor, members of the City Council. Mr. City Attorney, Mr. Manager, Mr. Bull, my favorite DCM, Trista Pope, and the other DCMs in the back. I only know one, so since day one. So I'm going to dance with the one who brought me. I'm Nathan Sims. I'm the Executive Director for Norfolk Redevelopment and Housing Authority, and so thank you for the opportunity to provide you with a update today on Sykes Midrise. So we've been here a couple of times before to talk about Sykes. Just a few months ago, we were here to talk about the single-purpose entity that was needed for this purpose, and so we talked about the updates then. Want to give you a little bit more of an update which supports an upcoming request. Just a little bit of background. Sykes Midrise is 84 units, four floors, constructed in 1980, serving seniors elderly and disabled residents. It has 77 one-bedroom units, 77 two-bedroom units. Currently has 82 households that reside there. As we've gone before, Mr. Mayor, you know this part, we're going conversion from public housing to a project-based Section 8 through the Rental Assistance Demonstration Program. I did hear last time I was here, somebody, not here, but watching said, I never heard of Section 9 to Section 8. Well, Section 9 of the National Housing Act authorized the public housing program. And so essentially we're moving from the public housing program to Section 9 to the Rental Assistance Program for Section 8. We are pursuing tax credits as part of this, along with private financing to support the renovation. Renovation is going to be phased by floor. We put out a general contractor solicitation in February. We also put out a third-party property management solicitation as well several months ago. And so we're working through that process, and the total project cost is estimated at $29 million. Excuse me. Give you a little bit of project scope. So we're modernizing both the interior and exterior of this building, upgrading all of our units. So again, we serve elderly and disabled population primarily, and so we're configuring all 84 units to universal design. So that means that we'll have 25% of the units will be ADA accessible, and so the universal design gives us the ability to convert those units to accessible if need be for the population that we serve. We're improving energy efficiency and sustainability, improving social areas in terms of the laundry room, restrooms, game rooms, providing new kitchens, new bathrooms, new flooring, upgraded kitchens using Energy Star appliances, new cabinets, countertops, new roofs, patio decks for the common area, trying to create more space for people to enjoy, energy efficient windows and doors to both keep the energy efficiency at a good level, keeping areas cool that need to be cool, warm where they need to be warm, and also if there's any noise, obviously with new improvements, it kind of eliminates the noise. New HVAC, plumbing fixtures, and upgraded systems, electrical systems. So we tried to give you a little bit of a flavor in terms of a rendering. So this is 3D imaging of both the one bedroom at the top and two bedroom at the bottom, as well as the new laundry room, computer room, and recreational area, which we're pretty excited about. So relocation is a big deal. It's the tough part of doing renovation. New construction is always easier because you're not necessarily dealing with people at the time. So we have to do a phase relocation. So it's kind of 4 phases really, 26 units in 3 phases, 6 in the final. We are responsible, just so everybody knows, that the authority is responsible for the relocation costs. No cost will be passed on to the tenant. And so we're working currently. I know that was part of the conversation when we came some months ago in terms of where. So we're doing kind of a combination of things. One, we're holding units where we can on site to be able to handle relocation, but we're also working in the private market as well to secure master leases, as well as looking throughout our portfolio for other opportunities as well. We've hired a, yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Relocating in place.
Correct.
You're pursuing that, can you talk more about what's the likelihood of that's being a reality? Relocating in place, residents don't leave they leave their unit, but not necessarily leave the property.
Yes, so it's going to be hard for us to accomplish for a couple of different reasons. One, through our HUD approval process, we could not just arbitrarily hold units. So for what we have vacant now, we can hold vacant to help in terms of the phasing of that. Our goal is to make sure that the most critical residents in terms of their immediate needs are that remain on site. And we also are continuing to work through the process to evaluate everyone else's situation and make sure that they're in the right situation for themselves if they have to go off-site. Most likely, we're going to have to go off-site just given the number of units.
You spend a lot of time with residents with that, socializing that, getting them to understand that and about that transition and about returning.
Yes, sir.
Just make sure we spend a lot of time doing exactly what you just stated. I think it's important to do that.
So thankfully, to your point, we worked with J&G Workforce. They've handled a lot of relocation. They handled actually the relocation at the Aspire and other properties. They have actually, and our team have been meeting with the residents now for several months. So we're in the double digits in terms of the number of meetings that we've had. We will continue to have more meetings. And we've gotten their feedback from every aspect from the design of the renovation to issues or concerns or questions that have arisen in terms of working through the relocation process, getting information on their family so that their family are aware of any kind of relocation, any kind of changes that are upcoming that impact that household. Sure.
On this point, or you want?
On that point right there.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Sims.
Yes, sir.
The residents over in Sykes, they kind of turn in the corner because I know there's a lot of apprehension in the
Yes, sir.
beginning about this coming up.
Yes,
So-
sir.
So you won them over.
They will let me know if I'm messing up.
Yes, sir.
So that is one thing. But it takes a lot of conversation. I mean, and we talk about that a lot. A lot of renovation has to occur across the city, whether it's NRHA property or not. We don't want people to feel like immediately there's a displacement that's part of that. And they're part of the process from how we design, what we design, how we did a lot of things. And so there's a lot of buy-in to that process. So again, because this is the other thing that comes up, residents will return back to their original unit. They've asked us that about 1 million times. They will ask us again, and that's fine. We anticipate somewhere between 3 to 6 months of relocation, but certainly we will continue to update folks around that as that timeline gets set. What you will see upcoming will be a request for issuance of bonds up to $17 million for private activity bonds to support the renovation. The bonds will support the construction and will be paid off via a combination of tax credit equity and permanent debt financing. Obviously, this is no liability against the city and its balance sheet. It's supported by the operations of the development. So I'm going to say for the benefit of council members McGee and Clanton, because they're new to the process, and so I know a lot of people have heard us talk about the Rental Assistance Demonstration Process, or RAD, and the Section 18 conversion and the LIHTC renovation. So again, just a little quick overview. We're converting from public housing, which is the Section 9 platform, to the Section 8 platform for the purposes of having more stable funding. But under Section 9, we cannot pursue tax credits or any type of private financing to do any renovation, so it opens the door for that. Affordability is always discussed, and so right now we have a declaration of trust that runs with that will be replaced with a HUD deed of trust with a RAD use agreement that governs the affordability for the property in the long term. The subsidy will be locked in through a Section 8 HAP contract, which will be administered by the authority. And then it will be managed under the Section 8 regulations. We think that this is a good move, obviously, because it opens the door to different types of funding sources, allows us to preserve it as long as we can and enhance it certainly where it's needed is for the benefit of our residents. So speaking of our residents, again, impact, they're only going to be paying 30% of their adjusted income. So their rent does not change. While we might get higher subsidies from HUD, the individual's rent does not change. So it's still 30% portion. Some may experience a markup in their rent as a result of the process, but it is a longer-term phased-in process. It is not an immediate. And we would work with them to understand that.
Can you explain? I'm sorry.
Sure.
Can you explain that a little bit more in detail?
So some of our residents have to pay flat rent under the public housing platform, so that's usually a minimum of $50. That part goes away under the other side of the program, so your rent could go from $50 to $150, but that increase would not be on day one. This is what it would be. It would be phased in over a period of time.
We don't know that period of time as of yet.
It's based on, yeah, it's usually 3 to 5 years, but it's based on the person's really their income situation as well.
We're not trying to put anybody out.
No, sir. No. And so goes to the next one, which is, will residents be displaced? There's only temporarily relocation, anticipation good for 3 to 6 months, but no permanent displacement. Again, residents have their written rights in terms of their lease termination, their notices. All of that is captured in their lease. They remain eligible for HUD programs such as Family Self-Sufficiency Program and the Resident Opportunity Self-Sufficiency Programs. They still will be able to operate as the Tenant Management Corporation, TMC. That will still exist. It will be renewed their lease will be renewed on a regular basis unless there is some issue. They are provided the opportunity of choice mobility, so for any resident that is currently there or in the future, subject to availability, if they reside in the property for a year, at the renewal period for their lease, they would be eligible for a voucher if it is available. That's across our portfolio. We don't get additional vouchers as a result of that, so it's a formula to how that works. Again, affected households that do not transition to the new program will be offered other alternatives in our communities. In terms of our next steps, obviously, a bond request will be forthcoming. We will be going to our board for Section 18 RAD blend approval. We'll be submitting an application to the state for financing in April, and we anticipate the first phase of relocation will begin in the early fall, closing on the financing in late fall, and renovation beginning in late fall and completed in mid-2027. And that is it.
For Mr. Sims, Ms. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Sims,
Thank you.
for your presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
The last time you were here, one of the things that the council requested was a plan for the relocation
Yes, ma'am.
of the residents. So I'm still waiting for the plan.
Yes, ma'am.
I need a more detailed plan.
Yes.
Because a lot of our senior citizens, persons with disability who live in the high rises and everything, it has been an issue as they make the transition with relocation. They were told that there was a plan, and so I had to send the entire Team Norfolk, when I say the entire Team Norfolk, over to a couple of my senior citizens and persons with disability residency. They weren't sure what the plan was. I had their family members calling who were out of town. They were left in places all day long, so they're not sure. So my question is, are there persons in place, although you said you've brought it to their attention, is there a continuous conversation with a person in place who can answer all of their questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Because one of the things the residents don't like to do is to move. We are very aware that they do not like to move.
Mhm.
You said that you have some vacancies,
Yes, ma'am.
and so you will utilize those vacancies for some of the relocations. How many vacancies do you presently have?
It's only 5, so that's
It's
why I
only
said,
5.
most likely in terms of having to move off-site, it's more of a likelihood than not.
Okay. And you'll let us know exactly the places that you've identified
Yes,
where the people will be located.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Number two, when you mentioned, their leases, my question is, do you have a person in place to review, discuss, the residents' leases? Because many of them don't understand it. And in your presentation, I understand that over a period of time, their rent may increase, but there may be some things in the leases that they do not understand.
Yes.
And so we get calls about their leases and when their leases are going to be discussed with them and
Yeah.
how often. Have you changed the way that the residents can pay their rent?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we have. I do. I mean, I've been here now for about 15 months. I have a certain way in terms of how I think we should pay our rent. And so we've begun to kind of offer some additional options in terms of how they're able to pay it. And we'll have some even more by July.
Are we going technology?
Absolutely.
That's what I want to hear.
Yes, ma'am.
The laundry room.
Yes, ma'am.
We discussed this last time too. Is there any way that we can have more than one laundry room?
It's being reconfigured, so it's a much larger space than what's currently there. So it becomes a bigger room. We still will have access to the ones on the upper floors, but there will be one larger space on the main.
And so are they high tech,
Yes, ma'am. They will be.
which means they can use
Their phones, yes.
I'm almost finished, Mr. Mayor. Beautification and sustainability.
Yes, ma'am.
I would love to see the landscape and like something out of a magazine, because what you project is what you get.
Agreed.
And the residents really enjoy having the beautification where they live, as well as the sustainability.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think, I'm finished, and thank you so
No,
very
no problem.
much for your presentation to us today.
And we'll continue, like I said, to provide updates to the council on this, because one of the reasons why we can't speak to the relocation portion being finalized is because we're working openly to get a general contractor in place. And while we have an architect and they have suggested certain ways, that's going to be verified by the general contractor at the end of the day. But we've been working closely hand in hand with the residents. As I said, we're in the double digits in terms of the amount of meetings that we've had, and we'll have even more double-digit meetings by the time we get to a closing.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Mr. Clanton, then Mr. Page.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just had a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Going back to the, and it may come out in your relocation plan, but knowing this location here, I think there's a bus route, and I wasn't sure the mobility piece.
Yes.
We relocate individuals, making sure that they have access to being able to get around.
Yes.
So I just probably can't answer that.
Okay.
But if you can definitely-
No, this speaks to the depth of conversations that we've had. So, we provide transportation to our residents currently now, some regularly in terms of access to grocery stores, some based on request. We have talked about any individual who is relocated from this site will have transportation options to return back to the site, because, you guys were just talking about the Horace Downing Center, which is located right there. And so just to bring them either there or to the Kroc Center or somewhere where they can socialize with their fellow residents. So, yes.
She took a few from me too. That's good. We're getting the answers we need. Thank you for that, Ms. Johnson. My last question.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Sims,
Yes, sir.
would be with the tax credits that are being used.
Yes, sir.
Please tell me, Hampton Roads Ventures on this one.
No, actually, so this is different tax credits. So they administer the New Market Tax Credit Program. We would be pursuing the low-income housing tax credit program, which is specifically for housing. Yes, sir. No problem.
Yes, Ms. Boyle.
Thank you for the segue, JP. So, Nathan, do you have any update on HRV and progress they're making in investing in Norfolk? It's been a hot topic of conversation. You and I have talked about it. I know you said you were going to dig into it.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the latest?
So there's a lot of discussion afoot, as we know. And so we want to provide I think a little bit more of a strategy in terms of how we want to proceed going forward. Some of that is going to be some of the internal discussions. I talked to the manager about that in terms of having some conversations, not putting Sean on the spot, but talking with Sean as well and trying to figure out some ways to leverage different, both the federal resource and the local resource to be able to see what we can do a little bit differently. And so our goal is to try to educate people about the process and what it is and how to be in a good position to address it, and we'll certainly continue to do that to see where that goes.
That won't be the last time you ever get that question.
You guys have never lied since I've been up here, so I'm okay. So I am okay with that.
Any other questions for Mr. Sims? If not, thank you, Nathan.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Roberts?
Mr. Sean Washington, Director of Economic Development, has the next presentation.
Afternoon, Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of council, city manager. Thank you very much for your time as always. I'm putting on my other hat and actually coming before you as the executive director of the Economic Development Authority. Similar to what you heard with the Housing Authority, we also have a bond issuance that will be on your council docket on February the 28th, and want to debrief you a little bit about that particular project. Quick refresher, so based on, of course, the Industrial Development Revenue Bond Act of 1950 with the Code of Virginia, actually authorizes and empowers the EDAs or Economic Development Authorities to actually issue revenue bonds. We've been issuing revenue bonds since the EDA was created back in the mid-'70s. Currently, we have about 6 bonds on our books. Most of those bonds are for nonprofit projects such as CHKD, Centura Heart Hospital, just to name a few. And it is actually the primary revenue source for the EDA. We actually receive 0.1% from the administrative fee standpoint that comes into the EDA as revenues to be used for other economic development-based activities. And we've really asked our legal counsel as well as our leadership that we get a little more aggressive in this bond space. So just a quick overview. I will talk about the project that we'll be financing, the timeline there, and then the next steps. So most folks in this room is familiar with the Barry Art Museum, located, of course, at 1075 West 43rd Street on ODU's campus, founded in 2016 through donations from Carolyn and Richard Barry. About currently 39,000 square feet. That's a current photo of the facility. The collections have anything from glass and paintings and historical dolls in there. Other amenities are classroom and studio space, and it's actually the home of the ODU Arts Department office as well. The project that they're looking to do is the expansion of the museum here, and what you see here is that rendering. And so they're adding about 24,000 square feet, about 3-story building. That would be the Weitzer Wing addition there. Almost doubles the size of the Gallery Museum, adds in some multi-use event space, community gallery, and educational laboratories as well. The total project in itself will be about $23 million all in. And ironically, the financing for this particular project will be 100% donor finance. Why they're actually doing the bond is all based on timing. And so they have currently about an $8 million gap to be able to close the capital stack for $23 million, and they're looking to start construction almost immediately. To be a little bit more specific, they're looking to start construction in about early to mid-spring. Their timeline here is they're trying to complete and have this facility back open by January of 2027, and they are anticipating that the museum will actually be shut down during construction. They were not able to provide me the exact months and timeline in which it would be shut down, but they are certain that it will be shut down for a large or majority amount of the months that the construction is actually going to be taking place. So in order to fill the timeline gap, if I can call it as such, they've asked the EDA to actually be the bond administrator in the tune of about $14 million. And just for clarity, this is not debt that's going on the EDA's books or the City of Norfolk's books. As that last particular bullet states, again, the bonds don't constitute any debt for the city or the EDA. The actual funding party will be Dollar Bank in this particular transaction. So any private institution and and/or it could be philanthropist dollars that comes in to actually support the capital needed to fund the construction. Again, just pertaining to state code, there is an administrative body that has to be designated as the issuer, and that's where the EDA comes in. So again, the bond financing is used to help out with the timing of their donations or their pledges that are actually coming in. The repayment of those bonds are going to be solely on behalf of ODU. Of course, they are going to be the borrower in this particular transaction, and that could be paid by revenues, receipts, payments, whatever they choose to actually go ahead and repay the debt in itself. The timeline of the transaction, so again, ODU's Real Estate Foundation, specifically Ms. Tara Saunders, who's the executive director, was in front of the EDA at our January 8th board meeting. So our first step was to actually have a public hearing to make sure if there were any comments about this particular bond issuance as it relates to our bylaws and state code. Of course, our second step is actually to have a vote by the municipality here or the jurisdiction in which the project exists, and that will be on your council docket, of course, for February 28th. Our next council meeting. And then finally, at our March EDA meeting, we should have the final loan documents that are being reviewed by my EDA council with Coffin and Knowles, and then the actual council of the ODU Real Estate Foundation. And we'll look to go ahead and approve those documents at the March meeting, and that will give ODU, as well as the Barry Robinson Museum, the ability to start construction sometime in April and/or May, based on, of course, the GCs and architects that they have on board. And that was it. Any questions that I'd be able to answer?
Questions? All right.
Short and sweet. Good. Thank you.
Next up, we have the planning update, which will be provided by Mr. Bobby Tahan.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of City Council, I have 5 items to go over on the planning update, 2 of the items for a future council date, and 3 items on your agenda for today. First on the planning update is by the City Planning Commission for a zoning text amendment in regards to vacation rentals in the West Freemason Historic District. A request was made by the Freemason Street Area Association to remove vacation rental as a conditional use from the historic West Freemason zoning districts, which are HCWF1 and HCWF2, as pictured here in the green on this map. For a little bit of history, vacation rental was not originally permitted in the historic West Freemason districts when the use was created in 2019. A request was made in 2020 to add vacation rental into these districts by conditional use permit, which was approved by council. Since then, since the use was permitted by conditional use permit, 2 conditional use permits were granted in these districts, and both were for the same property. If this amendment to remove vacation rental from the use table of the West Freemason District, the vacation rental CUPs for this property would expire in 2028, and they would not be able to be renewed. But again, there is one property that has a conditional use permit. Concerns about the impacts of vacation rentals were raised by residents and the Freemason Street Area Association during the previous conditional use permit applications that were raised by that property. Due to these concerns, they no longer support the use in the historic district and are requesting it to be removed. The City Planning Commission heard this item, and by a vote of 4-1, they recommend approval of this zoning text amendment. The next item is a conditional rezoning by Electric Surges at 1421 Kempsville Road. This location was a previous child daycare, which is now vacant, and the request is to conditionally zone the property from a single-family zoning district to conditional commercial district to allow for a contractor's office. Photos of the site. It is a previous child daycare, which is now vacant. It is directly adjacent to an institutional zoning district, which is for the Lake Taylor Rehab, as well as it being directly across the street from the Public Utilities Moores Bridges facility. The applicant is proposing to utilize the existing building with no outdoor storage for their electrical contractor's office. They have offered proffers to limit their impact on the community One is just limiting the use of the property, as again, community commercial is one of our more permissive districts. They look to only allow for office or contractor's office on the property, and they are limiting their hours of operation for the use of the contractor's office from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. Please note that outdoor storage is not a permitted use in the community commercial district, so they are not permitted to do any outdoor storage in this location. By a vote of 5-0, the Planning Commission recommends approval. The property has not been used for residential use, and it is limited in uses, and there is a letter of support received from the Lake Taylor Civic League. Moving on to items that are on your agenda for tonight. The first one is a renewal of a conditional use permit for Assembly at 400 Granby Street. Again, this is to renew their conditional use permit as they had a 2-year expiration on it previously. This is their current operations. None of their operations that were previously approved are being changed. The only thing that they are doing is extending their use or renewing their conditional use permit, as well as they changed some managers of the site. The Planning Commission recommended by a 5-0 vote approval. It was approved on their consent agenda, and there are no changes in the operation. Again, this is being brought forward because of the fact that it does have a number of entertainment uses that were previously approved by City Council. The next item is 4 Creatives LLC for a conditional use permit at 255 Granby Street. It is an existing restaurant that is being proposed to be converted to a banquet hall with on-premise alcohol consumption, but with no entertainment. This was the previous location for Prime 255. You can see here the proposal for their hours of operations for the sale of alcoholic beverages from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 9 a.m. until midnight Friday through Sunday. No entertainment is proposed to be provided, and they have reduced their capacity to a total capacity of 74 with only 54 seats. Here's one of the floor plans. The applicant is looking to again, provide the facility for rental for meetings and other events. Again, no entertainment is being proposed or requested. By a vote of 5-0, the Planning Commission recommends approval. There's a letter of support from the Downtown Norfolk Civic League.
I don't understand this business model, and maybe it's not for me to understand. So that there is no ABC license being applied for by the applicant.
Correct. They cannot hold their own ABC license.
And there's no proposal for entertainment. There's no dance floor. There's no DJ. I'm missing something.
We understand, sir. The applicant stated that, again, there is a condition that's in there that they cannot obtain their own ABC license for them to serve alcohol. Each of the people that are looking to rent the facility would have to get a individual license to operate. They said they were looking to do small meetings and events for some of the businesses. This is their proposal for their operations. So,
I understand that the individual can obtain a one-day ABC permit. Is there a limitation on how many permits can be issued for that location or any location?
no, sir. The conditional use permit would cover to allow them to serve alcohol, which would then be operated through them. Each of the people renting the banquet facility obtaining their own license through that process. No, sir.
All right.
And the last item on the agenda is for a development certificate with waivers for the Rosna Theater. The council is fully aware of this item as the Economic Development Authority currently holds the property and, correct, John? Oh, the city has it now, I'm sorry. Has transferred to the city. Again, the vacant theater is being converted to a city boxing facility, and the waivers will allow for the reestablishment of the front facade, the marquee, and add an elevator tower to the existing building. Photos of the existing site, as well as historical photos from 1951 of the Rosna Theater. The proposal is to restore the theater to, at least the facade of the theater to more closely resemble the historic look of the theater. Here are renderings that are provided by the city's architect as a provided renderings for the Architectural Review Board and the Planning Commission. Again, it will restore the ROS and the marquee sign. The proposed sign will have changeable letters. It will not be a digital sign on the marquee. As well as you can see on the picture on the left, or the elevation on the left, it shows that will be an elevator tower added for ADA accessibility to the mezzanine on the theater. Planning Commission recommends by 5-0 vote approval of the development certificate. Waivers are required for signage, transparency, and landscaping. And although the waivers are necessary, they do help bring the building back to its previous historic character. And that I'll take any questions.
Yes, Mr. Page, question, okay. Any questions for Bobby? Bobby, I want to go back to the Grammy Street, no entertainment, no DJ. Person who pulls their own ABC permit for that one-day event, will they be allowed to have a DJ put in the dance floor, any entertainment?
No, sir, they will not.
All right, just want to make sure we're clear.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, Ms. Johnson.
Will security be needed?
Yes, they do have a security plan that was provided, and they will also have to have someone that represents the company on site in order to assure that the property is being utilized appropriately.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tahan. All right, Mr.
Mayor, we have a closed session motion.
I move the members of the council assemble informally and closed meeting on February 11, 2025 at 4:24 p.m. in the conference room of the City Hall building. For purposes which are set out in Clause 3 of subsection A of Section 2.2-3711 of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act as amended. Clause 3 is a discussion of the disposition of property in Ward 2 in the outskirts of Park Place where discussion in an open meeting would adversely affect the negotiating strategy of the public body. Mr. Clanton. Aye. Mr. Doyle. Ms. Johnson.
Aye.
Mr. McGee.
Aye.
Mr. Page.
Aye.
Mr. Smigiel.
Aye.
Mr. Thomas. Dr. Alexander.
Aye.
We're in closed.
Close it.